All right. Well, good afternoon, everyone, or good afternoon to those on the East Coast. Good late morning to those further to the west. And welcome to EDPMA's Membership 101 webinar. I'm Matt Clark, Executive Director, and I'm really glad you could join us today. Today's session is designed to help you get the most from your EDPMA membership. We'll cover how to get involved through committees, how to use your member portal, how to leverage advocacy, education, events, community benefits across your organization. Whether you're new to EDPMA or a longtime member, this session is your roadmap to turn membership into impact. Let's start briefly with who we are and what we represent. EDPMA is the National Trade Association representing emergency department physician groups and their business partners. Our mission is to advocate for policies that ensure quality emergency care and financial support and operational stability for providers who deliver it. Simply put, EDPMA represents the business of emergency medicine. Today, EDPMA includes 85 member organizations representing more than half of emergency department visits nationwide. We're active in 31 states, and each organization has one vote in our 19-member board, ensuring every voice counts. That broad reach gives EDPMA real influence on policy decisions that affect your practice. Our membership spans the full emergency medicine ecosystem, including physician groups, RCM companies, billing companies, and supporting organizations. This diversity makes EDPMA unique in that we bring together under one umbrella all these groups to solve shared challenges and strengthen the specialty's financial future. 2025 has been one of EDPMA's most impactful years in advocacy. We've advanced multiple No Surprise Acts initiatives, pushed Medicare payment improvements, and led payer accountability initiatives. These efforts, driven by your engagement, our members, directly protect emergency medicine practices and patient access nationwide. EDPMA has engaged directly with HHS, SOCIO, Congress, and other groups to improve NSA implementation and reimbursement stability. We continue to influence rulemaking and payment policy discussions through data, collaboration, and the collective strength of our membership. Your membership gives you a seat at the policy table and a voice in Washington. So I thought we could take some time to meet your membership team. I'd like to introduce a few of the people who are with us here today and those who support you day to day. First, we have Abram Garcia, who's our Vice President of Membership and Marketing. Abram oversees our membership systems, data integrity, and communications. Nikisha Betzel, our membership lead. She manages onboarding, renewals, and member services. We have Amanda Gaster, our account director, who supports our committees and volunteer leaders. And Reagan Solomon, who handles our event registrations and online resources. Together, this team is fully committed to listening to your needs, as many of you have shared through our recent member impact and engagement survey. Thank you for those who have participated. We're committed to responding with delivering the resources that you need for the maximum ROI on your organization's investment. So with that, I'd like to introduce Jeff Howell. Jeff is our Membership and Marketing Committee co-chair, and Jeff represents the membership perspective from the field and helps lead our efforts to strengthen engagement and member value. Jeff will walk you through what EDPMA membership means to him and how to get involved and make the most of your benefits and your connections. And if Jeff is anything, he is a connector. So with that, Jeff, take it away.
Thanks, Matt. Yeah, my name is Jeff Howell. I'm with Cascade 365 Liquidity Solutions. We are, I guess, considered a supporting organization with EDPMA. We provide solutions related to non-performing bad debt to many of the emergency physician firms within EDPMA. I've been with Cascade for 10 years, and we've been a member of EDPMA for 9 of those 10 years. And all I can say, and again, I'm a pretty upfront, fully transparent person, but it's just been a tremendous partnership, relationship. We've experienced a lot of growth, not only from a business perspective with Cascade, but just growth overall with the people that we've met, that I've met personally, EDPMA was very instrumental in me pursuing, furthering my education in the healthcare arena and earning my CRCR certification, which is Certified Revenue Cycle Representative through HFMA. So just that impact alone has just helped me from a growth perspective. There's many things that EDPMA does. Advocacy is huge. You know, we have lobbyists that are fighting for you, for us. I just recall the credit reporting issues that the CFPB was trying to put down as far as reporting patient medical debt. And EDPMA was very instrumental in lobbying and fighting, you know, for folks like us to make sure that continued to occur. Education is huge, as I mentioned. We're always educating. We have, you know, our Solution Summit each year, our conference. Every year we have a revenue cycle workshop, or RCM workshop once a year, which is a day and a half of just education, revenue cycle representatives that are attending from across the country. We participate in the Hill Days, again, back to the lobbying. And I don't know, it's just, I've just grown. I just think the networking alone is enough to become and be a member. The rates are not crazy for all that you get, you know, becoming a member. And it's just been a godsend as far as, you know, what we want to do as an organization. So I'm very thankful for EDPMA and all the people that work within the group. And with that, I'll pass it on to Abram.
Thank you, Jeff. Greatly appreciated and glad to hear that you're getting so much value out of the organization. And I think you touched on a very important note there that, you know, just as a reminder, EDPMA membership extends beyond just kind of our organization's main contact. It covers everyone within your organization. So that just means that every staffer can take advantage of the benefits that we offer. Here on the slide, we have a few that we're highlighting, such as Solution Summit, which is our premier annual event where members come together to discuss the most pressing issues in emergency medicine and revenue cycle management. RCM workshop, which is coming up in December, tailored specifically for, you know, revenue cycle leaders, offering practical insights and best practices. We also have an annual Hill Day where members meet directly with lawmakers and advocate for issues that impact emergency medicine. We do have webinars, so be on the lookout for those under our events tab, which provide just timely updates and professional development throughout the year. And, you know, next generation, we always think about what we can do to, you know, involve young leaders. So we have our Emerging Leaders Academy designed to help new and mid-career professionals strengthen their leadership skills. It's one of the great rewards of being part of EDPMA is being able to kind of nurture your future leaders in your organization as well through our Emerging Leaders Academy. Those are just a few examples. There's, of course, many ways to get involved, engage, and make the most out of your membership. We'll kind of walk you through how to access these benefits and get your team set up so everyone in your organizations can participate. And with that, I'll pass it over to Nikisha, who can, you know, kind of walk you through those steps on getting set up.
Thanks, Abram. Hi, everyone. Okay, so we'll just get started with the EDPMA member portal and profile. I think that this is one of the, you know, most important things when it comes to accessing your benefits, and also just for your whole team to access their benefits as well. What we'll go through later is a HR toolkit, which you all will see to help onboard your staff, but we'll just give some high-level information here. So we do have a login help page. Our login help page helps you access the portal and manage your membership. On the login help page, there's a direct link to the portal. And if you haven't logged in a while, it's completely fine to reset your password. You would just use the email address that you typically get emails from EDPMA for. And you're able to, once you go into the portal, I'm sorry. Okay, once you go into the portal, you're also able to manage your roster. The main contacts that can manage a roster, just so everyone knows, it's typically the admin billing contact, and voting member. All other employees that are members of the company, they won't have access or visibility to this information. So if you're noticing that you're the person on your team that really manages the company membership, feel free to send us an email anytime, and we can also link those relationships for you. So when you go into the portal, you'll go under My Account and My Managed Organization. You'll see that there's your company listed, and then there's a roster view. So once you view your roster, you're able to do two things. You can either search for an employee. That's why it's really important as soon as you become a member to just send it to your team and have them create an account. In the HR toolkit, you'll be able to see how you can just send the link directly to them, have them create an account, and then you search their name and link them to the organization as an employee. The other way to go about it is to collect the first name and last name and email address of the employee, and you can add them to your roster on the back end, and then they'll receive a welcome email. So there's two different ways to go about it. And just to reiterate again, you have to be an admin, billing, or voting member for the company. All right, and then updating your profile. Sorry, Reagan, if you could go back one. Updating your profile is one thing that's really important to us, especially with demographic information, and being able to put in your phone number, your email, your title, being able to do assignments so we know who to contact for what, if it's for sponsorship and exhibiting, if it's to be a speaker or a part of a committee. All of this information lives within your portal. And so being able to go in and update that is really important. You'll see when you log in, you just go under My Account, go to My Profile, and right next to the Overview tab, you can click on your account and be able to update your personal information and your contact information. And I will kick it off to Amanda, who will talk about accessing more of your EDPMA benefits.
Thanks, Nikisha. Hi, everyone. On the committees page, members can review EDPMA committees and their focus areas. You can also see committee leadership and staff contacts, as well as submit a request form to join a committee. This page is a great way for members to learn how to get involved and to help shape EDPMA's advocacy and education initiatives. If you'd like to join a committee, if you see the bottom of the screen there, there's a Join Committee Now button. Once you click that, you'll be transferred to an interest form that you'll just select which committees you'd like to join. And if you have any questions or anything that you need information-wise on committees, you can also reach out to info@edpma.org. And then moving on to our events page. The events page serves as a central hub for EDPMA's educational and engagement opportunities, both in person and virtual. Here, members can explore upcoming events like Solution Summit and the RCM workshop, as well as webinars. You can also view event details and then click Read More for registration information under upcoming events. All right. And then from the events page, members can click on specific events to learn more about them. For example, on the RCM workshop page, you'll find event details, the schedule, as well as hotel information. To register, click Register Now to begin the process. To complete your registration for the RCM workshop, click Register to attend within the member portal and follow the prompts to finish checkout. And then moving on to our membership directory. The membership directory helps members tap into the EDPMA network to build relationships and explore partnership opportunities within the committee. On the directory page, members can search for and view EDPMA organizations and individuals. This makes it easy for members to connect with colleagues and industry partners. And looking at the search view for our membership directory, the directory offers search options by organization, location, or individual. You can simply enter the information you're looking for and click search to find EDPMA members or organizations quickly. If you'd like to view the entire list, you can just click the search button without adding any information to the fields. And moving on, Abram will now discuss EDPMA's toolboxes.
Yes, thank you, Amanda. And one of the most valuable resources available to members are our toolboxes. These toolboxes are designed to give member organizations just immediate access to information and templates they need on key industry topics, everything from reimbursement to regulatory updates to advocacy and educational materials. Each toolbox is designed and updated by EDPMA committees and the board. So you're getting insights and resources directly from leaders in the field, whether you're preparing for policy changes, training staff, sharing best practices, those toolbox are ready for you. They're easy to access. You just have to log into your membership account and member portal and then go to resources, and you'll be able to see those toolboxes right there. And so if you haven't already checked those out, definitely recommend you visiting those after the webinar here to glance at those. And with that, I'll turn it over to Amanda again, who's going to introduce another important tool to stay connected and collaborate, Basecamp.
Yeah, so EDPMA uses Basecamp as our central communication and document management platform. Every member has access upon joining, and it's the go-to space for all committees, materials, and updates. We use Basecamp to store meeting materials, agendas, minutes, and policies, to communicate via message boards for discussions and announcements, and to manage tasks and assignments. It also serves as a calendar for meeting schedules and deadlines, and as a secure hub for file sharing and access to historical resources. We encourage members to check Basecamp regularly and to enable notifications so you don't miss any important updates or time-sensitive requests. And now I will invite Nikisha to discuss EDPMA's renewal process.
Thank you, Amanda. Okay, so one thing that we'll be rolling out in the next year is renewing online. No one has to renew now, so don't renew just yet, but we do have a new self-service center in the EDPMA portal where members can log on and renew their dues on their own. Like I expressed earlier, the admin, billing, and voter contacts will be alerted when it's time for the company to renew. And that will give you access to be able to go online and generate an invoice, or you can just pay seamlessly online. Under the account, you would go under memberships, and then you'll see a drop down where it says join or renew membership. On the next page, you'll see an option to make a purchase. So you'll be making a purchase on behalf of your company. In this instance, an example, it says sampling tester. But if you are an admin, billing, or voter contact, you'll see your name to the left, and you'll see the company name to the right. So you'll be making a purchase on behalf of your company. So you'll always want to select your company. On the next page, you'll enter criteria information. And again, this is something that's really important for us to know. So you'll see a membership classification field, and there'll be a drop down. So it'll list all of our different membership types, which you can select, and you'll just want to continue in the membership type that you've been in. Unless, it's something really different, you'd probably have to talk to staff prior to doing this. And then you'll want to know, how did you hear about EDPMA? Even if it wasn't recent or if it was years ago, that's still great data for us to collect on our end. And then also were you referred? And for the, how did you hear about EDPMA? That could be through social channels, events. There's a long list there where you can select the different options. Are you interested in volunteering or participating on a committee? That's something that would prompt us to reach out to you if you haven't completed the form on the front end of the site. And then also, would you like to receive exhibitor or sponsorship information? A lot of our members do like to receive that information. So that's another option that you can indicate here where we would send it over to you. And then the last box is just to initial to say that you understand the membership guidelines and all that comes with an EDPMA membership. So you can add your initials in the last box. On the next page, you'll be prompted to select your membership package. What you'll see, and it don't let it confuse you. Right now it says $0. And you'll also see an option where you can select the special projects fund that is highly encouraged every single year. And it's equal to 20% of your annual dues. You don't have to, you can just check the box initially, and leave it blank for now. And then when you go to the next page on the bottom, you'll see where you can enter your dues criteria. I'm sorry, could you go back one slide? Okay, so on the bottom where it says physician group, you'll see, so this is an example for physician memberships. We just collect, volume and criteria here, which will determine what your annual rate will be. So it's really simple logic that will basically create your annual dues. On the next page at checkout, this will include all of the packages that you added. So it'll be your membership package at the rate that you'll be paying for the year. And then under that, your special projects fund, you'll want to enter in 20% of your dues and then submit your order. Okay, and then here, this is just a page just to show what checkout looks like. It'll ask you to enter your billing address, which must match your credit card information. There will also be an option there to generate or to create a bill as well, if you would like to pay by check or ACH. Okay, and so I will kick it off to Abram just to talk about the HR toolkit and onboarding a little bit more.
Yeah, thank you, Nikisha. So we're excited to kind of launch one of our newest resources, which is this HR toolkit. It was created to make it easy for you and your organization leaders to spread awareness about EDPMA membership. On this page, you'll find ready-to-use materials like email templates, instructions, quick guides to just help your teams access their EDPMA membership, get them kind of set up and get going. The toolkit kind of walks you through how to share EDPMA member benefits with your staff, helps employees activate their profiles with helpful instructions, and make sure that everyone in your organization is added to your company's roster so they can access all available benefits. It's simple but powerful. It's a powerful way to make sure that the value of membership reaches everyone, not just the primary contact or executive team of your company. Reagan, if you can go to the next slide. And then here, we want to highlight some of the kind of offerings that can be found within the toolkit. So we have ready to go template emails that you can post on your company's intranet, or kind of send out a mass email to just let people know, hey, let's make sure that you opt into EDPA membership. We want to make sure that you take advantage of the benefits. There's also a ready to go badge there that your company can use to put on their website to just showcase that they are an EDPA member, ready to download in all sizes and formats. And then, of course, we developed a one-pager brochure should you just want to promote EDPA membership amongst your employees. We have that ready to go for you to kind of go. If there's one kind of key takeaway from today's call, it's that EDPA membership works best when your entire organization is engaged. The toolkit gives you the tools to make sure that that actually happens quickly and consistently. So next slide. And then with that, we kind of wrapped up here our presentation. I hope you found this helpful. We will be sending out the recording. We do want to open it up to any questions that anyone may have. So feel free to raise your hand or use the Q&A function or the chat. We're happy to answer any questions.
Looks like there was one question about seeing slides. I'm not sure if anyone else ran into a similar issue. It seems to be working fine. But as Abram said, we will share these slides afterwards. So we apologize for that, that issue that you might have had, Andrea.
It looks like we have a question. How can one get involved in committees if they're not new but are interested in doing so?
Hi, Will. You can actually email info@edpma.org, and I can connect you with those committee leaders if you'd like some more information. If not, you can just reach out and I can get you added to the invite list as well as the Basecamp site. You're welcome.
I would say as you're putting your toes in the water with a new committee and looking to get engaged, definitely make sure you're signed up for the committee's Basecamp page. That's where you can find materials, and even if you can't attend each of the meetings, you'll find agendas and minutes and meeting notes in there. And the minutes and the meeting notes are super helpful for things like policy updates and and the like. So be sure to check out Basecamp because it is regularly updated, and there is communications on the message boards as well. And folks are becoming increasingly engaged on those committee Basecamp groups.
Any more questions? All right, well, info@edpma.org is your best source, so feel free to contact us. If any questions arise later throughout the day. Matt, I'll pass it over to you to kind of close us out here. So
yeah, sure. Thanks, Abram, and thanks all for attending. I hope you're leaving with a bit of a clearer sense of how to connect and contribute and maximize your EDPMA membership. Again, I definitely encourage you to join EDPMA's Basecamp page and all the committees that you might be interested in. If you're getting pings throughout the day that you want to be removed from, you can easily do that so that you can only access as you wish to and you're not updated. Sign up for committees and task forces and work groups. They're easy to get engaged with. If you're unclear about how to do it, as Will had reached out here in the question, we're here to help you move along that journey. Log into the member portal as Nikisha had walked us through. Any questions there, feel free to reach out. And also explore our advocacy toolkits and events pages. Recognize that there are some of the advocacy toolkits that need to be updated. That is a top priority. As I had mentioned, we had just completed the member impact and engagement survey about a month ago, and those toolkits and related resources were one of the most pressing member needs, and we are focused on that in Q1 of next year, making sure that those are all updated. I believe Jeff and Abram both mentioned the upcoming events. Make sure you mark your calendar for the Solutions Summit. That's going to be at Wild Dunes in South Carolina, just north of Charleston. That's at the end of April. And also the RCM workshop is about 3 weeks away. Really strong registration. I think we're going to have a record number of registrants this year. That's in Phoenix, Scottsdale, December 3rd and 4th. There's still room there, and flights are still surprisingly affordable. Hopefully the government opens up and we don't have any delays there. But again, we're going to be continuing to do surveying over the coming months. We are committed to both asking and listening to what members are saying, what your needs are, what's working, what's not working, and adapting to make sure that you're getting the ROI that you expect. And again, thank you for your partnership and your commitment to the business of emergency medicine. And have a happy Veterans Day.